Let's go to the almighty Big Ten. And Nebraska laying 11.5 at home, taking on the Spartans of Michigan State. Now, the numbers nerd says this. Nebraska number 21, according to ESPN's Football Power Index. Michigan State number 63 in that category. According to PFF, Pro Football Focus, offense efficiency, Nebraska number 25 in the nation. Michigan State number 37, defense efficiency. Nebraska at number 42, Michigan State. Yikes! Much further down the list at number 84, no bueno. So with all that info at your disposal, Mr. Horvat, what are you going to say on Nebraska minus 11.5 against Michigan State? Fade or follow?
Kind of want to bet the first half over in this game, man. I think with Aiden Childs going against Patrick Mahomes wannabe 2.0 Dylan Raiola, we might get some fireworks, actually. Neither team really has a legit pass rush, but you said it. Nebraska has the much better defense. The other thing that Nebraska does is they just eat clock. They're going to be able to run the ball for 4 or 5 yards per carry. Raiola's going to have clean pockets. When he has a clean pocket, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. He doesn't make mistakes. Dinks and dunks his way down the field. Doesn't really look to push the ball down the field as much. So that would be my lean. I would probably follow Nebraska here. But the reason I haven't betted is just because, I do think that they're going to eat clock, and I could see a backdoor being open late in this game. And I like this Michigan State team. I would love to bet them here, catching double digits because I'm a big Jonathan Smith fan. But they got some injuries in the secondary going against this Nebraska squad who's pretty fresh coming off a bye. I would go Nebraska or pass on this one.
Honestly, today I was walking the dog this afternoon. Beautiful day here in Central Illinois, Horvat, and I saw in the sky, floating in the air, a bunch of husks and a bunch of corn stalks. It's harvest season here in Central Illinois. It's a sign from the gambling gods to bet Nebraska minus 11.5. So I'm with you, man. Go Huskers. I think they will cover there against Michigan State. Next game, one that should offer a little bit more excitement, though the spread is identical. Texas Tech minus 11.5 at Houston, a team that played Oregon State last week. There was a bit nip and tuck affair in that one. According to the numbers nerd, Football Power Index has Texas Tech at number 20. The Cougs at number 53. Offense efficiency data, according to PFF. Texas Tech number 4 in the nation. Houston at a number 93. Barf in the country. Defense efficiency. Texas Tech numero uno in the nation. Houston not that far off at number 7 in the country. So their saving grace is their defense. So again, all that information to utilize if you so choose. Texas Tech minus 11.5 on the road, and somebody rocking, knocking the boots. H-Town, fade or follow?
Yeah, it looks like Morton's going to be back behind center for Texas Tech. He got hurt in that Utah game, and even after he got injured, they didn't skip a beat. Texas Tech is just the real deal, man. They spent a ton of money to go all in on this season, and this team is really good. They went into Utah and beat up on Utah, a top 25 defense. Nobody does that. So it would be Tech or pass. Houston, great start to the season, man. They're 4-0. But the matchup that would concern me, and also the lines moved here. This opened at 9. We got to 12.5. There was a little resistance back to 11. But the matchup that would scare me would be Texas Tech's defense, especially their pass rush. Right now, PFF has them top 5, number 5 in pass rush grade, going against Houston's offensive line. They have the lowest pass blocking grade among all Power 4 schools. So I think it could be a long day. It would be Texas Tech or pass for me here, Red Raiders.
Yeah, again, that defense has been just marvelous, man. Number 1 in the country in defensive efficiency, according to PFF. Outstanding stuff there from the Red Raiders. Let's go back to the Big Ten. The Ohio State, again, I have to say that for copyright purposes, laying a hefty 24 at home. Taking on PJ Fleck and rowing the boat there with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. A Football Power Index, according to the numbers nerd, Ohio State number 2 in the country. Minnesota number 59. Offense efficiency, according to PFF. OSU at number 10. Minnesota, quite respectable. Actually, even better. Number 6 in the nation. Defensive efficiency, Ohio State number 19. Minnesota at number 45. Again, with all those numerics dancing around in your head, What do you say? Fade or follow Ohio State minus 24 against Minnesota?
Whew, man. Ohio State has a pretty big game on deck against Illinois the following week at noon, I believe.
It is.
Here's the thing. I can't bet this game because I really liked Washington, and Washington should have covered. I can't believe I'm saying this because I dogged them all summer long. Maybe the best hire in college football was actually Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia is the defensive coordinator for the Ohio State Buckeyes isn't fair. These defenses that he's throwing at these kids, they just can't comprehend. I don't want to bet against Ohio State. It's a big number, but they're good, man. Julian Sayin just got his first big road win. Jeremiah Smith hasn't even really done what I thought yet this season. They're just loaded. Tate, they got so many good receivers. It will be Ohio State or pass. I do like Minnesota's quarterback quite a bit, Drake Lindsey, but I think this could be a rough day against that Patricia defense. So Ohio State for me.
Oh, so you're saying that the pencil is quite sharpened right now
Yes.
for Matt Patricia. Oh, yeah, he's been outstanding. No doubt about it. That defense has been locked down, to say the least. All right, let's go to the marquee matchup of College Football Week 6, and it's Miami on the road against Florida State. The Hurricanes laying 4.5 against those Seminoles. The numbers there, it says this. Football Power Index has Miami at number 9 in the country. Florida State at number 24. Offense efficiency, according to Pro Football Focus. Miami 11. FSU at number 8. Defense efficiency, this is where the difference really lies. Miami at number 5. Florida State at number 41. Again, Florida State coming off that loss against the Hootie Hoos in overtime. That might play a factor. So what do you say here? Miami minus 4.5 on the road against Florida State. Fade or follow?
I know some really sharp people bet Miami today, like really big. And so this number is probably only going to go up. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to bet Florida State again. I bet a bad number, and I'm fine with that. I think Florida State's going to keep this game within a field goal. I get the matchup's not great because right now Florida State's really struggling to generate a pass rush, and if you leave Carson Beck in the pocket, if you don't get after him, man, he could pick you apart. But I still like this Florida State team, right? Week 1, they beat up on Alabama, who's one of the favorites to win it all this year. I'll go with Florida State at home to keep this game within a field goal. But I want to wait because I think this might close at 6 or higher.